Today we're talking about Pro Video Factory and whether or not I recommend it as a good source for stock footage. Let's take a look. Every once in a while, I'm editing a project, whether it's a video for my own YouTube channel or a video for a client, and I come across a situation where I need a piece of footage that was either missing or was never even planned in the first place. And in those situations, I typically have two options. I can either go back to the people who shot the video and say, hey, you know, I really need that drone shot of the Hollywood sign. And then I sometimes have to wait for days, weeks, even months for that footage to come back to me. Or I can search out stock footage that I can purchase and download and put into my video so I can move on with color grading, sound design, and getting the video done. Now, that does speed up the process a lot. The only real issue that I have there is sometimes the stock footage is shot on a different camera than the main video was. So then I have to deal with color matching and color grading issues, and it's not an impossible task, but it is an obstacle. Now, there are a ton of stock footage sites out there. A couple of the big paid ones that you have probably heard of are Storyblocks and Shutterstock, and those are great. They've got a huge library, but recently the guys over at Pro Video Factory reached out to me and they asked me to take a look at their site to see what I thought about it, and I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with what I found. Unlike some of the bigger stock footage sites out there that are mostly a compilation of a bunch of different clips from a bunch of different people, Pro Video Factory's footage is all shot by their in-house team on the same camera in the same color profile. So it's actually nice to be able to go through and look at footage that I've never seen before. And while you would think that everything being shot in-house would mean that you would have a smaller library of footage to choose from, that's not exactly true. You've got over 150,000 clips to choose from. And it's a whole bunch of different categories too. I mean, you want a time lapse of Paris at night? Sure. Landscapes? Absolutely. Medical stuff? No problem. But what if you want a slow motion shot of Santa Claus playing in the snow? Yeah, they got that too. And the footage is super high quality too. I mean, most of it, if not all of it, is shot on a RED camera in the Cinelec D profile, so it's ready to be color graded. You're not gonna run into issues there, which is super nice. So far, we're checking all the boxes. We've got a large library of high quality footage from a bunch of different categories that you can choose from. What about price? And there's another box checked. The pricing is actually really good. The annual subscriptions actually cost less than some of the individual clips would from a larger stock video site. They've got their HD plan, which costs $149, gives you access to the HD versions of all these clips, plus 10% off of their premium library. They also have their 4K plan, which costs $299. It gives you the 4K versions of those clips, 50% off the premium library, and a $300 credit towards that premium library. Their premium library is a library of 5K, 6K, even 8K footage. You pay for it by the clip, and that actually can get pretty pricey. So if I were you, if you want to check this out, I would sign up for one of the annual subscriptions so that way you can claim the discount on the premium stuff. And I know so far this kind of just sounds like a commercial for Pro Video Factory, and I haven't talked about any of the things that I don't like, and there are a couple things. For one, the search features seem to be a little bit clunky. It was tough to, like, you know, filter things and clear filters and that stuff. And it's not bad, but I've definitely seen better. And the other thing about the search factor is the filter for frames per second seems to be missing. So if I'm looking for a clip at a specific frame rate, I can't do that. But that's actually kind of on purpose, and it leads me to the one thing that I really didn't like about Pro Video Factory, the one thing that might be a deal breaker for you, and that's the fact that all of the clips are either 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. There's no 120, there's no 24, nothing like that. Now, if you're editing for TV, this isn't a big problem because most TV is actually filmed at 30 frames per second, but if you're a filmmaker, you're going to be out of luck. You could download a 30 frames per second clip and run it through your NLE and convert it to 24 frames per second, but any experienced filmmaker will tell you it's just not the same. But all in all, I gotta say, Pro Video Factory's got really high quality footage, and they've got a lot of it in a bunch of different categories. So if you don't mind the 30 frames per second thing, if you don't mind the lack of 24, the lack of 120, then I would absolutely recommend giving Pro Video Factory a try. And if you want to do that, there is a link in the description. In the spirit of full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. So if you do decide to sign up, I will get a little bit of a kickback. But if none of that interests you at all and you're just looking for free stock footage that you can use for your YouTube videos, make sure you check out this video right here. And if you found this useful and you want to learn more about video editing, camera gear, and how to make better videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video. Go watch it now.